Come along for a tail-wagging good time. In Barnaby's Reflection Adventure, our happy golden retriever Barnaby finds a surprising friend who looks an awful lot like him.
It was a beautiful Doris sunny afternoon, and Barnaby the dog was very happy. He had just visited his friend, the friendly butcher, who always had something special for him. Today, it was the most perfect juicy bone Barnaby had ever seen. Barnaby wagged his fluffy golden tail so fast his whole body wiggled with joy. He couldn't wait to get home and enjoy his wonderful treat. Barnaby held his precious bone carefully in his mouth. He trotted down the sunny path, his paws making soft thumping sounds on the ground. He was so eager to find a cozy spot to chew on his delicious prize. Every now and then, he would glance at his bone, his eyes sparkling with delight. This was truly the best day. Soon, Barnaby reached a small wooden footbridge that crossed over a quiet, clear stream. He often walked this way, enjoying the peaceful sounds of nature. The water below was calm and still, reflecting the blue sky and fluffy white clouds. It looked like a perfect looking glass for the world above. As Barnaby walked across the narrow bridge, he looked down, just as he always did. But this time, something caught his eye. In the crystal clear water below, he saw another dog looking right back at him. This dog also had a bone, and it looked even bigger and tastier than Barnaby's own. Barnaby's eyes widened. "Woof," he thought, though no sound came out. Who is that other dog? And why does he have such a magnificent bone? A feeling of jealousy began to bubble up inside him. He remembered his own delicious bone, but the one in the water seemed even more tempting. His happy thoughts about his own bone quickly faded away. "I must have that bone," Barnaby decided, shaking his head slightly. "It's so much bigger and juicier than mine." He completely forgot that he was looking at his own reflection, tricked by his own desire. If Barnaby had just taken a moment to think, he would have understood. He would have realized that the other dog was just his own image in the water, and the bigger bone was just a trick of the light. But Barnaby was too caught up in his greedy idea. He wanted that other bone. With a sudden surge of excitement, Barnaby barked loudly. He dropped his own perfectly good bone right onto the wooden planks of the bridge. Then, with a mighty jump, he sprang off the bridge, aiming straight for the other dog and the bigger bone he imagined in the water below. Splash! Barnaby landed with a big, cold surprise in the stream. The clear water suddenly turned into swirling ripples. The other dog and the bigger bone vanished completely, disappearing with the disturbance. Only cold water surrounded Barnaby, washing away his grand plan. Poor Barnaby! He found himself swimming quickly, paddling his paws with all his might. He wasn't trying to catch another bone anymore. Now he was just trying to get back to the dry land. The water was cold, and he was quite startled by his unexpected swim. At last, with a final push, Barnaby scrambled out of the stream. He shook his wet fur, sending droplets flying in every direction. He was safe, but very soggy and a little bit embarrassed. He looked back at the footbridge, hoping to see his original bone. But when he looked, Barnaby saw that his own wonderful bone was gone. It wasn't on the bridge where he had left it. Perhaps the splash had knocked it into the moving water. Or maybe a curious bird had carried it away. His big, delicious prize was lost forever. Barnaby sat down on the grass with a sigh, his tail staying completely still. He thought about everything that had just happened. He had let his greed for a bigger bone, which wasn't even real, make him lose the perfectly good bone he already had. he felt a pang of sadness and regret. "Oh, what a silly dog I have been," he thought. He had learned a big lesson that day. It's not good to be greedy and want more than you already have, especially if it means losing what you truly value. Barnaby decided he would always be grateful for what he possessed. So, Barnaby learned that it's much better to be happy with what you have. Always appreciate your own treasures, and don't let wanting more make you lose sight of what is truly good. Being content and thankful makes every day a wonderful adventure, even without the biggest bone.
Ever dreamed of being the hero? Now you get to be the star. Your adventure starts at TalesMio. Visit talesmio.com now.